Oftentimes people think being in business and having success is being lucky. And I definitely believe that I got lucky. But another buddy of mine one time said, the harder I work, the luckier I get. There are three major things, in my opinion, when you're working hard or you're trying to focus. So it's really about location, the people you associate with and surround yourself with, and the timing of what you do. And that makes you a luckier person. 9 times out of 10, that'll give you good luck. Oftentimes I get asked, how do I figure out what is a good opportunity or what's a lucky break? So first and foremost, when I'm thinking about how lucky I've been, it's usually I've gotten a lot luckier when I remembered the line about location, location, location. So be sure that you've picked the right fundamental thing to build a business in. And then what are the seasons of those locations? What's the high point? What's the low point of that area? And really trying to get data and study it, which isn't always something I did. But I think at the end of the day, now there's a lot more information today that you can find out and do research to determine where you build your future. You have to be able to have a vision to scale it. And the fortunate thing today is you can scale a business using technology, using direct to consumer, using things that you couldn't do 20 years ago. I mean, LL Bean is probably the best example of a company that was built on a location in Freeport, Maine, but their catalog allowed them to ship, literally around the world. And today people can, do that a lot easier than they did. They overcame kind of that shipping thing by saying you had a lifetime warranty or guarantee that you could return it. So if somebody was in Maine, they took a product and didn't wear well, they knew they could bring them back the next year or, ship them back. Today, you can do and scale a business that you couldn't do before. And I think it's getting easier and easier to scale businesses based on, the fact that you don't need a storefront every day. So depending on what you're doing, I think there's a lot of opportunity there. The second big thing is having the right people involved. You have to identify businesses, companies, and partners that are going to make you successful. You may go through 3 or 4 different people or 3 or 4 different companies before you find the right fit. And you may need multiple relationships to make your business successful. With us at Shipyard, we needed multiple locations, When we go into a new state, you need to identify distributors and people and partners. Try to find the best location and people to surround yourself by. Today, what's nice about different tools like LinkedIn or Facebook or YouTube or even Instagram is you can identify people and places that you'll want to connect with and make partners with. That can be invaluable. And the third thing is really timing. So I got really lucky because I decided not to open an ice cream business in January, open it up in June. I mean, that may sound like common sense, but a lot of times people don't think through. So I would check off on those 3 things, but you have to make that decision, and it does have to relate to a gut check. Again, there are different reasons why things might work. Visualize what you're doing and seeing where it's going. But at the end of the day, it really isn't work if you love what you're doing. So the trick really is trying to find something that gives you the excitement and interest and passion to get out of bed and work until you go to sleep. I got fortunate in the sense of being in the beer business. I loved being around people, and I loved working in bars and restaurants and talking to people about how to promote. So at the end of the day, if you get lucky enough, you find a business that you don't really feel like you're working.